Didik TV KPM.
And point A, I think in this section, where section B, we're going to talk about drama.
All right, okay. Ready?
Yes, I'm ready to be
Okay.
dramatic.
So we're leaving behind the short stories where Hanif and his father argue about the nasi lemak stall. And we're moving on to drama or play. And those of you who've already decided, you know and recognize very well these texts. A lot of you probably have fallen in love with Flowers for Algernon. It is a radio drama which features a slow male adult learner and his mouse. Then you have Merchant of Venice, of course, an iconic masterpiece from William Shakespeare. And the third option for drama, Hope Springs. Again, I ask that all candidates out there, please remember, whatever questions come your way, remember your responses need to incorporate the assessment objectives. All right? Knowing your time frame and knowing your texts well is not going to be enough. All right? So the first 35 marks have gone. Now we're going into section B, drama, and let's imagine these are the 6 questions. All right? Candidates would have to choose which drama they wish to answer, okay? Whether Flowers, Hope, or Merchant of Venice. Sometimes I call it MOV, right? Again, pretty much like what you saw earlier for Prose, which is in section A, the 15-mark questions are all based on an extract. Again, that reminder stands tall. Please do not overly, lavishly fill your answers or responses with points that are not from the extract. Okay, I'm gonna show you a bit later. But before that, let's take a look at the B questions. All right, the B questions for the dramas that we have here today. Take a look. Reality, often far from expectations. Analyze the role of a character, the ringleader in Hope Springs, and the importance of loyalty as portrayed by Shakespeare in MOV. Clearly, you can see when you are looking at these 20-mark questions, the B questions, you need to have a deep understanding of the themes. Love, friendship, challenges in life, resilience, perseverance. Those are all the ideas you bring in with you into the exam hall. Okay, now let's take a look at Merchant of Venice, A question. How do you feel about Portia at this moment in the drama? Obviously, we know who Portia is. And in this extract, right, it starts off with Portia saying to Shylock, "A pound of that same merchant's flesh is thine. The court awards it and the law doth give it." Shylock is obviously delighted and pleased because he feels Portia, who's actually in disguise. This is a clever young woman, okay? She's in disguise as a lawyer, and she has said in front of everyone in the court, Shylock has a valid case, a legal point against Antonio. But then you go on to read, and then she says, all right, at the end here, prepare thee to cut off the flesh, right? Prepare thee to take off that pound of flesh, as in the contract between Shylock and Antonio. But shed thou no blood, nor cut thou less no more, but just a pound of flesh. And that's the loophole that Shylock did not expect. And this exciting moment in MOV comes from Act 4, Scene 1. So the moment candidates see this, they should know where in the drama did this take place. How do they feel about Portia? Would you imagine her to be the villain? The heroine? Did she do something right? Did she do something not right? Okay, that's all part of the AO4. So, let's take a look at some of these points that are here. In this courtroom scene, it was satisfying. That's what I've put there. It was satisfying to see Portia cleverly tricking the vengeful Shylock. Who's saying that? I'm saying that. And when I say that in my essay, that's clearly AO4. Right? When I continue by explaining more about the extract, and I'm putting in my textual evidence. As you can see, these are all colored in blue. I've already covered my AO1 and 2 when I am able to use all these textual evidence and elaborate. Okay? 1 covered, 2 covered, 4 covered. What's left?
Only 3.
Only 3. So where is our AO3? How did Shakespeare use language effectively here? So I've got there these words and expressions in orange. So I would like candidates to realize that length is not our priority. We're not looking at long answers where you throw in everything. The common expression in joking manner, of course, is throw everything in but the kitchen sink. No. Here, you're going to talk about Act 4, Scene 1. And specifically, you're going to react to Portia. What do you think about her? What did the others think about her? Right? So you've got your AO1, AO2, AO3, AO4, and it is only then your response or your essay is considered complete and comprehensive. I'm sure many will be able to relate the background of the play. That Antonio was there meeting Shylock only to assist his beloved friend Bassanio. But all that background information, is it relevant?
Perhaps not.
Right. It's not relevant to this 20-mark question. What you are going to 15-mark question, sorry. What you are going to focus on is the extract. So you're not going to mention the other characters. Who are you going to focus on? Portia. Portia in disguise. Portia pushing Shylock into a corner, telling him that because he pushed for this in a court of law, it is considered an attempt of murder. Do you know Merchant of Venice, Hanif?
Well, I think I will start reading it after our show. But it does sound very exciting.
Right. So, as I mentioned earlier, when you say satisfying to see Portia tricking the vengeful Shylock, when you say Shylock falling for her trick and Portia playing with his emotions, that's your reaction. You are reacting to Portia in the extract. That means, ladies and gentlemen, you are doing a good job. You are on the right track. Okay? When you put there, I realized only later, the expression something else was a foreshadowing. That's a device. Because a foreshadowing tells us something that might have happened, going to happen in the future, right? So there you have it. The Merchant of Venice.
And I think that's exciting for Merchant of Venice, which I'm going to start reading after this show.
Didik TV KPM